Most of my creativity is squandered by stretching the truth and trying to make my Tinder profile seem more impressive. Every now and then, I like to get creative in the studio and mix it up. So, working on Emeryld Ryders today, and I picked up a new piece of gear. These are the Xvive wireless units, but these are condenser microphone capable phantom powered ones. I've been using the Xvive stuff live for the longest time for the dynamic mics, but when you're in a studio setting, usually everything is powered, needing phantom power. These Neumann KM184 microphones that I use for acoustic guitar are no exception. So I'm going to try to alleviate some of the stress of cabling by taking these for a whirl. I realize that I do not have a DADGAD song on the Emeryld Ryders Celtic album. So that is being corrected right now. I've got some other musicians coming to the studio later today that you may find familiar. They're absolutely nasty. So first I just want to make sure this is going to be acceptable for recording, and we're going to track some acoustic guitar from a new DADGAD instrumental that is going to be showcased on the Emeryld Ryders. If you don't know about DADGAD, check out a video. Alright, so now the creative test. I got my man Pasha here, about to ride, get some violin tracks down. I want to get creative using this. So I'm plugging this into Neumann KM184, but instead of using it as the main source, one of the ways you can utilize it being wireless is you can put this thing anywhere, right? So I'm going to put this in the stairwell away from the violin. We're going to close mic it with one mic, and this is going to be kind of like the ambiance.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, a little test, a little experiment.
Let's ride.
Stay tuned, boys.
Let's ride. We are lucky enough to have the presence of a legend, Dovydas, here.
We dialed in the tone. This is Sean's pedal board and Sean's amp. And we dialed some stuff in. I have no clue, but it sounds kind of good. It sounded like, I don't know, we tried a few different tones, but kind of like we went from more like a ethereal landscape planes, kind of like so. Short decay, but very like, there's a lot going on.
It's huge. Oh, it's huge,
yeah.
man.
And this is a Fender with a Floyd Rose, and we're gonna record this. This guitar is being used to record this particular thing.
That's right, and
yeah.
So here we go.
Here we go.
So we decided in this Emeryld Ryders album
Yeah.
that it was missing something.
Yes, it was.
It was missing a song that was intended to be an instrumental, but actually has vocals on it.
Right.
And what is another great song that was intended to be an instrumental that has vocals on it?
I think I know this one.
What is it?
The Song Remains the Same by Led Zeppelin.
The greatest band of all time.
One of the greatest songs of all time.
So, if the Ryders were to make a song like that, what would it be called?
I think The Ride Remains the Same.
The Ride Remains the Same sounds pretty good to me.
It does, yeah.
So we made a rockin' instrumental, but there's no vocals. So we need to get creative and make some vocals at the end here.
We do.
Okay?
Yes.
So I'm using this. I don't know if you've seen this. This is an Xvive wireless system.
Yeah, you're just showing it to me. I couldn't believe it actually
wireless
works.
condenser. So what we're gonna do at the end of this, big climax.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's the ride remains the same. Just like life.
Yep.
Them will Ryders echo life in many ways.
Many ways. Yep.
So at the end we have this big choral arrangement.
Yes.
That we are thinking is going to sound good.
In theory, it should sound right.
Since this is an album for the people, we want the people to be represented.
Yes.
By us singing a chord.
If we can.
One note at a time.
One note at a time.
Now we're not fancy choir folk by any stretch of the imagination. So how are we gonna do this?
Well, I think we want it to end on the G chord.
Right.
So I think you and I are gonna sit and play one note of the G and sing it,
yeah,
and then capture it and play and listen and sing, and then hopefully have a nice stack and then
stack it up
and then debut it, and it should sound like a pretty complex like G chord being sung
by two
guys.
righteous riding dudes.
The hypothesis things to seem it should work.
And I'm going to record this at different intervals from him each time.
Okay.
Just to make more of that. So it sounds like we're in different places.
Right. Oh, it makes sense.
It's not just one go. Yeah, no, that's not.
I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Creating some space.
Let's try it.
Oh God. That's as far as I go on camera. This chair, is it? Oh, I'm sitting on the back of it.
Alright, so we've got them all stacked together.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like. Ready for this?
Sure. In theory,
this should work out.
This should work.
Yeah.